Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be talking about the new episode of Vanderpump Rules. That's season 11, episode 14. Let's get right into this.
Said about her and her mental health and things that maybe she didn't want public. Is that something you could actually apologize for kind of weaponizing?
So starting the episode off, Ariana and Katie go to their restaurant that they're trying to open. It's still a mess. And this Ann chick is now the cashier for the restaurant that's not open yet. This Ann is weird to me. I think she wants clout. But Lisa Vanderpump comes over to meet Ariana and Katie, and she's going over the things that they need to do to get this business up and running. But apparently, Ariana and Katie are having legal issues with Penny, their CEO, COO, the lady who they've been working with. They're having trouble seeing eye to eye on how they're going to distribute the restaurant, like percentages, pretty much how she's going to get paid. Now, Penny is someone who Lisa has worked with before, and she really likes her, and she fears that without her, this restaurant could probably never get opened. And this is just me thinking, I could be wrong, but I have a feeling that Penny was probably doing all the hard work and wanted more money, but they didn't want to, but I don't know. Moving along, Scheana and Sandoval go to a jewelry shop, and they're with the guy named Kyle. Kyle wants both of them to perform at this San Francisco show that he's doing. Of course, Scheana is still mad at Tom because he called her out on her BS. Remember, he said, "You were the other woman too." But he does apologize for saying that, for pulling that stuff out from the past. But he definitely felt frustrated because of this song. So then Scheana says that, she actually did think about not putting it out there. She didn't want to make it, against him. And she understands. And then she starts to cry. And she says that she doesn't forget the great times that she's had with him. But she had to pick she had to pick a side. And the person who did nothing wrong was Ariana. Sandoval says, "I get that, but why do you have to put a line in the sand? Why does it have to be that hard?" And Kyle, he was there. He was able to be the mediator, kind of, and they both say to each other that they have missed one another and they want to be cool. So that was nice. So as Tom and Scheana are together in this jewelry shop, he gets a FaceTime from Lala because Lala wanted to let him know that he wasn't invited to her party. But he already knew that, and when she kind of brings it up, he was like, "Oh, I wasn't going to come. I wasn't invited." So that went well for Lala, because she didn't have to, actually say it, but it was kind of awkward. So a little later, it is then Lala's birthday dinner. She's 33 now. A lot of people were there. Even Heather McDonald was there. It looked like everyone was wearing black. And again, the whole cast was there except Sandoval. Then these women come to dance for them, and they were, very revealing, kind of stripping, but they had a lot of fun. But you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but when you don't want someone somewhere, you probably wouldn't want to talk about them either, right? Because that's not what happened here. Lala brings up that she called Sandoval, and she then says to Scheana, "By the way, why were you with him earlier today?" And Scheana says, "Oh, well, we were going over the show in San Francisco and stuff, and, we were talking. We said that we really missed each other, and then we wanted to be cool." Ariana made the nastiest face as if she had just smelled the dirty diaper. So that was that. The next day, people are getting ready for San Francisco. Brock and Scheana are talking about a party that they want to throw, to end the summer. Then we see Ariana and her boyfriend. They have been long distance. She seems very happy to be with him. He's going to go to San Francisco with her. And she's warning him that Tom will be there. She did make a comment about him maybe moving there. And he's like, "Yeah, I'm not moving to LA. So that's, yeah, he's not, I don't know. But that was nice. I hope that he's not a rebound. But if she's happy, I guess I'm happy for her. Then we see Tom doing a show. His mother was there. He seemed very happy. There was a lot of people, a good turnout. But from the cast, the only ones that actually went were Schwartz, James, and Joe happened to be there too. Now, I would never go to his show, but he's happy. So again, I'm happy for him. So after the show, Joe and Schwartz go outside to talk. It was so awkward. But it's almost as if nothing happened. I think deep down they were happy to see each other. But oh my gosh, it was so weird. Screaming and grabbing and throwing these weird jokes and very awkward. But she's also going to go to San Francisco, so that'll be interesting. Then they all arrive to the airport the next day and they get going to San Francisco. And Lala thinks that something seems off with Dan, Ariana's new boyfriend, because he made a comment about why would any man want to be with a girl who just broke up with her 10-year relationship or something like that. Sandoval was there at the airport in the plane, but he was trying really hard not to make it awkward. I'm sure it was awkward, but he was trying his best not to make people feel uncomfortable. They then arrived to the hotel, which was interesting. Schwartz goes to Sandoval's room. He says, "Have you met Dan?" And Sandoval says, "Not officially, but maybe I should go give him the rundown like Ariana gave to that girl at the bar." I thought that was pretty funny. Then the group reconvenes an hour later, but Ariana's boyfriend didn't go. I wonder why. They started shopping, they were enjoying the view, they saw Alcatraz, and Schwartz and Sandoval go to the side for a little bit. And Schwartz tells Sandoval that he's ready to commit to the proposal of being roommates. He jokes and gets on one knee and gives him these little tiny handcuffs, so I guess it's official. Then they all get on a boat. They were drinking wine. Now, the water was crazy. I would have been scared as hell because there were some gigantic waves and the boat was kind of small, so it was going all over the place. That was insane. Also, Sandoval happened to whisper to Lala that this is one of the first places where him and Ariana came when they were dating, so it was a little emotional. So, for as far as the group, um they're happy that Ariana and Sandoval haven't blown up on each other as they did back in the beach. And after they got down, Brock was actually talking to Ariana, and Brock kind of is trying to convince her to forgive Sandoval, not just for her sake, but he also kind of wants his wife Scheana not to feel so uncomfortable being in the middle, allegedly. But Ariana isn't really receiving this whole forgiveness bit that he's trying to convince her to do. And Ariana says that she doesn't feel bad about not having composure when she's around him because she says the men in this group raise their voices too, so why should I? A little later, the people then are getting ready for the party. Lala went over to Ariana's room, which I feel like she shouldn't have done since Ariana was there with her man. But Ariana's man, by the way, his hair is very long. Like, it's longer than I think all the women on the show. It's very long. But he's also not going to this party. He's going to go to a dinner with some people. So, some of the people in the group are like, why did he even come if he's not going to be with her? Lala asks him, what will he do if he saw Sandoval? Like, if he came up to him, and he was like, well, he didn't do anything to me, but I know what he did to her. I don't know. I feel like Lala was trying to make him more uncomfortable than what he already was. So, the dinner, the theme was like Great Gatsby, mafia type of gangster thing. Schwartz feels really happy that he's now okay with everyone. He even says to Katie, "I'm so happy that you like me again." Now, this man has a proposal. He asks if they could please have a one night stand and they could go to his room and order room service and like all this. Now, Katie can't help but to blush and laugh. And he's like, "Come on, I'll buy you food." I think she was low key wanting to do it and she didn't say no. He says, "Just think about it." Then Sandoval talks to Scheana. They went outside. It was a beautiful view. They go over the show for the next day. He was talking about the sound check and the type of mics that they need to get. It was really nice to see him try to be nice to her. Did they ever date? I don't think they did. I wonder why not. When Scheana asks him how he feels about Dan being here, Sandoval says he's actually happy and likes that because he was honestly a little worried about Ariana's well being after this whole scandal. So he's happy that she's okay. But Scheana, she just can't leave well enough alone. She goes, she. So she asks him if he can please apologize to Ariana for weaponizing her mental health. Scheana says that, Ariana wanted to make it work. She froze her eggs for a reason. She bought a house with you for a reason. Just think about that. And Sandoval just takes a deep breath and says, okay. He thanks Scheana, and then they hug and say that they love each other. And that was the end of the episode. So yeah, the episode, I think it was more of a filler episode because nothing really dramatic happened, but I think it's setting up the place for next week, which will be the finale. Yeah, isn't that crazy? And it's crazy because when the episode ended, they didn't even put like a preview. I hate when they do that, but that was the end of the episode. Again, it was okay. Just friendship and stuff, and I don't know. I feel honestly, I feel bad. I'm gonna say something, and This is going to be a very unpopular opinion. I feel like deep down, Ariana and Sandoval want to be back together. I don't know what it is. I did not see that much chemistry with this Dan guy. I think that, and listen, maybe it's they need time to move on because you can't. How do you erase 10 years? 10 years of a relationship of living together. Like Scheana said, freezing her eggs, imagining a family. Like that's things you just can't forget that easily. And I know that I think Ariana is putting up like this brave, I'm over him type of facade because she wants to, she wants people to think that, especially because of all the things that endorsements and stuff that she got. But I do think that deep down she's sad, and how could she not? And I think Sandoval is coming to the point where he realizes that what he did wasn't worth it. It was not worth it because it destroyed his reputation, it destroyed his relationship with Ariana, and not to mention he didn't even end up with the chick who he cheated on with. Like that girl was going around trashing him. So I think he has a lot of regrets. So it'll be interesting to see what the finale is. But you guys, let me know your thoughts about this episode. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye.